Turnaway Study is a body of research out of the University of California, San Francisco that examined women who obtained abortions compared to women who sought abortions at clinics but were turned away, and then it looked at the outcomes for those two groups. There are several major findings from the study, two of which are really well known and one of which no one ever talks about. The first heavily covered finding from the study is that women who got abortions did not regret it. Every one of these headlines is from a news outlet covering the Turnaway Study, talking about how 5 years after getting an abortion, 99% of women said they did not regret the decision. The second major finding is that women who were unable to get abortions had worse financial outcomes, greater likelihood of staying in unhealthy relationships, and other problems compared to women who were able to get abortions. This image is a summary sheet put out by the researchers of the Turnaway Study themselves, in which they summarize the harms of denying a woman a wanted abortion. The finding from the Turnaway Study that no one ever talks about is that women who gave birth after being denied an abortion ultimately said they no longer wished they'd gotten an abortion. And one of the major reasons for their positive retrospective evaluation of their abortion denial was bonding to their child. Both major media outlets and the researchers of the Turnaway Study themselves like to talk about the first two findings and ignore almost entirely the third finding. This asymmetric focus on the results means that when I talk about the third finding, people think I'm lying. For example, just the other day we had this tweet: Turnaway Study found 96% of women denied abortion ended up no longer wishing they'd aborted. And here is just a sample of the responses that we got. Multiple people completely unironically linked us to this summary of the Turnaway Study and said, "See, you're a liar. They don't say anything about that on this page." Yeah, we know. The researchers who conducted the Turnaway Study aren't going to talk about how basically everyone who gave birth after being denied an abortion ended up saying they no longer wish they'd aborted, because the researchers who conducted the Turnaway Study aren't trying to put forth some kind of evidence-based, objective understanding of abortion denial. They're trying to put forth specific narratives that support abortion rights. So when it comes to discussing emotion and decision rightness, they are happy to discuss that in the context of women who don't regret getting an abortion, but then they get really quiet when they talk about it in the context of women who don't regret being denied an abortion. And when it comes to talking about the effects on women of being denied an abortion, they are happy to talk ad nauseum about any possible negative effect of being denied an abortion, but they get real quiet when it comes to any of their findings that showed positive effects, like bonding to and loving your child. I linked a whole bunch of people on Twitter this study, which is where they actually published the result, where they found that basically everyone who gave birth ended up no longer saying they wish they'd aborted. But if you don't have journal access, you can only read the abstract and the results summary, and they don't say the specific statistic. So to make it very clear, I'm going to show you where in the book The Turnaway Study they have this statistic. Here's the book The Turnaway Study, and if you go to page 126, where it talks about wishing they could have had an abortion, they find that 1 week after being denied an abortion, 65% still wish they could have had one, but 5 years out, it went down to 4%. We're not making it up. The stat is right there.